Bandits killed 38 villagers in Zamfara state after collecting 50 million naira ransom. Kaduna residents lament high rent increase in the state. 17 killed as gunmen attack bar in Ecuador. Protests in Ghana as some Nigerians are accused of mass prostitution. And on Laverita TV News, I am Kende Mohammed. Now the news in full. 3 months ago, a gang of armed bandits raided Karanomuda town and Banga village in Karanomuda local government area of Zamfara state, abducting over 50 people, mostly women and children. The coordinated attack was allegedly led by the notorious bandits leader, Danjuma, who is said to control Karanomuda and its surrounding areas. After taking the victims into captivity, the bandits initially demanded 150 million naira from the families of the abductees as ransom. However, following intense negotiation, the amount was reduced to 50 million naira. Despite receiving the 50 million naira ransom, the bandits failed to release most of the captives. Instead, they released only 18 of the over 50 abducted individuals after nearly 3 months in captivity. A relative of one of the abducted victims in Banga village, who spoke on condition of anonymity, revealed that they had to sell their belongings, including livestock and farm produce, to raise the 50 million naira demanded by the bandits. Residents have appealed to Governor Sani to urgently intervene in the unprecedented surge in house rent, particularly in the Kaduna metropolis. Kaduna State residents from various parts of the city said landlords were arbitrarily increasing rents with some triple rates within a year, leaving many families distressed and unable to cope. Investigation revealed that from Sabontesha, Narayi, Malali, Kawo, Badarawa, Banawa, Kakuri to Ungwenshanu and Gonigora, the situation is the same: arbitrary and unaffordable rent hikes, often without corresponding improvement in housing quality. Gloria Sani, a legal practitioner based in Kaduna, said the state lacks a comprehensive tenancy law that protects both landlords and tenants. Kaduna needs a formal tenancy law that stipulates notice period, caps on rent increases, mandatory agreements, and a mediation framework to resolve disputes. Without such legal backing, tenants will continue to be vulnerable, she said. Let's get the opinions of people on the recent increment of house rents in Kaduna State.
My name is Ifeanyi, and I'm a spare part dealer in Sabo, Kaduna. Yes. My contribution is that you can't blame anybody because the problem we are having is the condition of this country. You understand? Since everything is increasing, it will be affecting so many things. You understand? Had it been there is a way government, state government will place an order that 2-bedroom flat will be at so price, self-contained at so price, or two rooms will be at so price. Then the landlords, it's a must, they must go with that price. Without it, everybody will be increasing his price the way he likes, based on the way materials is very expensive now. So that is my own opinion. So I'm encouraging if there is a state government, we place a price, 2-bedroom flat, 200 or 250, and it's a must, everybody must follow it like that. If not, if they bring the report and you are in office, they will take necessary action concerning it before they will know that we are serious in this state, Kaduna. If government can be able to importing their own materials, and the masses will keep buying at the low price, I mean, everything will be more easier for both the landlords and the others.
So now, what is your advice to both the landlords, the tenants, and the government concerning the situation?
So I'm not blaming anybody because it's a general problem. You understand? So landlord cannot go and buy cement of 10,000 naira and other things and work of the engineers. After all said and done, you still want him to bring his price low. No, you can't work like that unless everything automatically come down before landlord then will now decide to bring their own price down. That is my own.
My name is Laverita. I'm also known as Adazion in Kaduna State. Okay, actually, it's something that is really disturbing because you discover that some landlords, it's not a new building. Some buildings are old building, ancient building, but just because the new landlords increase their rent, they want to increase. And come to think of it, when you are increasing rent, salaries are not being increased, people are finding it difficult to feed, and you are increasing rent. It's so kai, it's not easy. It's not easy for people because some family barely feed, as in good square meal a day, they barely feed, and you're coming to increase rent. Everybody cannot be landlords, so I'm pleading with them to temper justice with mercy. All of us cannot be landlords, and all of us cannot be tenants. Any position you find yourself, help the poor. Nigerians are really going through a lot. Yeah.
So looking at both the landlords and the tenants go to the same market, and looking at how things are increasing by the day in the market, don't you think maybe it's the fluctuation of prices in the market, unstable prices and higher prices of commodities that push the landlords to maybe increase this house rent? What do you think? What's your take about it?
Yeah, my take on that is like I said, you are already a landlord. The house has been built before. Actually, the price of things in the market can push the landlord into, because he too, he need to feed. He need to take care of his family. But like I said, they should temper justice with mercy. They should try to see how they can balance it. They should try to see how they can balance it. Like I said before, salaries are not increasing. Business people are not also finding it funny. So by the time you as the landlord that you have an already existing building, already existing structure, you are coming to add money. And I even heard that they are adding up to 150%. It's too high. It's too high. Yes, as a landlord, go to the market to buy things, maybe with 100,000 naira, just buy few things. But then you can still manage.
But do you think with government intervention, maybe placing waivers on maybe imported building materials can salvage the situation?
Talking about importation of building material, it can, but still, we have our own indigenous building materials. We have the likes of Dangote. He should be encouraged, because if Dangote is being encouraged by the government, they give him maximum support that he needs, he can bring down the price of cement. I worked as a sales girl before in a cement shop. Then cement was sold at 1,000 naira, 910 naira. All of a sudden the price shot up. So some landlords take advantage of that. If the government can intervene, they should increase the prices, salaries of people, make the environment, make everything conducive for the poor man. We have all it takes to live well in this country. We have all it takes to live well, feed well, and be independent on our own in this country.
A 12-year-old boy was among 17 people killed as gunmen fired into a bar in Ecuador, the latest mass shooting in a country ravaged by drug violence. Ecuador's Attorney General office said 14 others were injured in the attack on Sunday night at La Clinical Bar in El Ampam. Police Major Oscar Valencia said the gunmen traveled in two pickups and opened fire on everyone with pistols and rifles before firing on another group as they fled the scene. He said the child, who was killed, had run for over a kilometer before collapsing and dying from gunshot wound. Investigators said they found at least 40 pieces of ballistic evidence at the scene. Valencia said witnesses reported the men shouted "Active Wolves," a possible reference to a local gang who has veered for control of drug trafficking routes. Protests in Ghana as some Nigerians are accused of mass prostitution. In a viral video on Tuesday, the protesters in their large numbers were seen holding placards with various inscriptions such as "Armed robbery and violent attacks must stop," "Our health at stake due to mass prostitution." Another protester said Nigerians have taken over their major market and are perpetrating evils of sorts in their country. These evils, they are in every part of the country and have targeted our market. Not just Igbos, Nigerians are in almost every village, and our laws have not allowed foreigners to engage in real dealings. They are perpetrating evil in our country. They even have a Igbo king in Ghana. They have hijacked our land. It is just a matter of time we will conquer them and take over our country, he stressed. Recall that a similar occurrence, popularly christened Ghana Must Go, happened in 1983 when the Nigerian government under President Shehu Shagari enacted a directive ordering about 2 million undocumented immigrants, many of whom were Ghanaians, to leave the country. If they don't leave, they should be arrested, tried, and sent back to their homes. Illegal immigrants under normal circumstances should not be given any notice whatsoever. If they break a law, then you have to pay for it, the president had said. This action gave birth to a checks bag called Ghana Must Go, into which the Ghanaians packed their belongings and in turn became a symbol of exclusion and intolerance. Now to sports. Super Falcons goalkeeper Chiamaka Nnadozie, Captain Rashida Ajibade, and President Bola Tinubu at the presentation of the WAFCON trophy to the president on Monday, July 28, 2025. I have received the trophy on behalf of all Nigerians, and I say to you, thank you for the dedication, passion, and for reminding us of the strength of the Nigerian spirit. On behalf of a grateful nation, I hereby confer on the players and the 11-man technical team the national honor of Officer of the Order of the Niger. Additionally, I hereby direct the allocation of a 3-bedroom apartment to each of the players and members of the technical team. In addition, there is a cash award of the Naira equivalent of $100,000 each to the 24 players and the equivalent of $50,000 each to the 11-man technical team. The president said, "You have inspired millions, especially young girls who now see the proof that their dreams are valid and achievable. You inspired me too." Here is a recap of the news headline. Bandits kill 38 villagers in Zamfara State after collecting 50 million naira ransom. Kaduna residents lament high rent increase in the state. 17 killed as gunmen attack bar in Ecuador. Protests in Ghana as some Nigerians are accused of mass prostitution. To donate for the upcoming Adekunle Komolafe table tennis competition, coming up in October this year, you can visit us at www.LaveritaTVProductions.com with a donation of 2,200 naira only.
9 states, 1 day. Adekunle Komolafe Foundation present table tennis competition coming up in the city of Kano, Nasarawa, Kogi, Ekiti, Niger, Benue, Lagos, and the Federal Capital Territory (FCT). Finals comes up in the city of Kaduna. Amounts to be won: first place 15 million naira, second place 10 million naira, third place 5 million naira. Registration begins on the 5th of June 2025. To register, log in to LaveritaTVProductions.com. For sponsorship, partnership, and advert placement, please call Adekunle Komolafe Foundation Table Tennis Competition. Smash your way to victory.
For our hotels and hospitality management, you can visit us at www.laveritahotels.com. And you can also follow us on all our social media handles. On X is LaveritaTV Ltd. On Instagram is LaveritaTV Ltd. On YouTube is LaveritaTV Ltd. On TikTok is MOFW Dating. And you can also follow us on our Facebook handle, Adekunle Komolafe Foundation TV. That's the news on Laverita TV. I am Kende Mohammed.
Unveiling the truth. Baby. Breaking news, stories unfold, Laverita news, truth to be told. In-depth reporting, facts shine bright. Stay informed, day and night. Laverita news, your trusted source, unveiling the truth, of course. Current events in real time, Laverita news.